Okay. So, hi, good morning.
Very good morning, Aditi.
Yes. So, my intention of meeting you today was to know more about clinical trials and the practice in the pharmaceutical industry, because
Yes,
that is like something new which the freshers or the young people, or even in many parts that field is not yet developed, or not, the
yes,
awareness is not much. Okay.
yes, so
So
true.
that is why I thought that I'll connect with you, and so that I can take some notes or some takeaways from the session, which I can
Yes,
then spread to a large community in pharma. Okay.
yes, yes,
So
sure.
first, I'd like to know something about you.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Aditi, for giving me the opportunity. So, hello, friends. Hello, everyone. So, basically, you gave me the opportunity, but I must say that I have a very limited knowledge, though I have been working and associated with this field for past 10 years, but still there are so many people who have started working from their early age, like from 2001, 2002. So they spent 20 years in this clinical research,
Okay.
basically healthcare industry.
Okay.
So I have very limited knowledge, so I will try to cover up all your questions with best answers. So my concern to to those freshers who are watching, who will be watching this video. So if you go through the process, what I am going to suggest you, or what are the things you need to do to develop your skills, so it will help you it will give you the advantage to crack any interview. And if you feel that you don't have the patience, Aditi, what I have seen in these days, that people don't have patience.
Yeah,
See,
correct.
like,
That's absolutely
just
right.
because of this reason, YouTube has introduced shorts. Each and every platform has shorts. Everyone wanted to know the story in one or
Yes,
two minutes.
yes.
They
Correct,
don't have
correct.
that patience.
Correct,
So it
correct.
is not applicable for all the fields. So
Yes.
before starting our conversation, let me introduce myself. My name is Sudeep Chakravarti. I am basically from Kolkata.
Okay.
As I said, I have almost like from 2011 I have started working in clinical research industry. Right now I am working as a business process lead in a well established organization. So it is TCS, in
Okay.
clinical data management domain, where I am working. So I am handling many studies. So due to the organizational policies, so I cannot disclose this, but
Yes, correct. Correct. Absolutely right.
I have been working there for so long period. So just because of this reason, that I have a knowledge of clinical research, I have started exploring my knowledge. I wanted to gain more knowledge about all other processes. So just because of this reason, I have started a forum to help freshers, entry level, mid level. Even the team leads are communicating with me, like I am getting messages in LinkedIn. And even I got the profile of 10-year, 15-year professionals who are looking for a job change. So they
Okay.
are approaching to me because
Hmm.
I have created the channel.
Correct, correct.
So yeah, so you have seen in my
Yes,
Telegram group that
correct.
how many people are successfully joined, and how many people are like they are growing and they are implementing their knowledge. So just like that, so it is my request to all people who are looking for an opportunity in pharmaceutical industry. So pharmaceutical industry or clinical industry, specifically clinical field, it is a huge field. See, basically, whenever we have just completed our college, or from the childhood, everyone, like 10, like 8 out of 10, let's say 8 out of 10 in their childhood wanted to be a doctor. Even you
Hmm.
have dreamed about that.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
when
Yeah.
somebody asked you when you were 2 to 3 years old,
Yeah.
your neighbor uncle came and asked what you wanted to be, beta.
Correct.
So you have told, yeah, I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to
Yes.
be a
Correct.
nurse. Why? Because each and everyone want to serve their society.
Correct.
Each and everyone want to benefit their society, benefit their nation. So that is for that reason, anyone, each and every person looks for a good career that will help the society. Just like that, I started, I was looking, like I have selected my graduation, like I have completed my graduation in microbiology. After that, I have completed my post graduation in environmental science. And after
Okay.
that, I like after that, I have started my career in clinical research field. So the story is like different. So in that period, in 2011, So this clinical research field was not that much booming.
Correct, correct.
Nobody knew about this. Like the people from, like, I am from a small town guy. I am from
Hmm.
Jalpaiguri. It is near to the Duar. Like it is near to Darjeeling. So
Okay,
in that place, nobody has exposure about that. Like, what is research? What is this? They knew, some of the people who are educated knew about research, but particularly what is clinical research, they didn't knew. So
okay,
for that reason, when I get a chance and come to Kolkata, I got to know about various things. Just like clinical research, I got to know about it. So when I got to know, I did my research. I've gone through the process, like, oh, this seems interesting. When everything, like, people are doing experiment on human, people are making medicine, vaccines, medical devices, wow, it looks good. Like,
correct, correct.
why I cannot be a part of this area? So for that purpose, I started exploring about it, that I started preparing about that domain. So after that, I started my career in clinical research field as a clinical research coordinator. So side by side, I was learning so many things related to the clinical research. So the more I learned, the more I gained interest.
Correct, correct.
So yeah, so in that time, everything was not so like electronic. We were using, like, we were doing data entries in paper format. We have to go to the site, multiple sites, dealing with multiple kind of patients, the, like, subjects who are called in clinical research. So they didn't wanted to participate. What is this? If I die, what will happen? What will
Okay,
happen
yeah,
to
yeah,
my
correct,
family?
correct,
That
correct.
kind
That
of
is it.
fear comes in their mind. So in that time, we have to, like, concentrate about the process. We have to explain each and every benefits to them that will be beneficial for their health.
Correct,
So
correct.
after that, if they are convinced, then they started to participate in. So
Okay,
just like that, I have worked there for a long period of time. After that, I got a chance to work in Cognizant in my previous organization. So my, like, behavioral skills, when see, first I have started in the particular site. So after that, I got an opportunity and work with a corporate. So the
correct,
best thing about corporate is you will learn so many things that you can
correct,
implement in your personal life also, like how to manage your work, how to manage your multitask, how you
correct,
are
correct.
dealing with people. Your communication skills will be improved. I was not that good in my communication in
Hmm.
my initial days. When somebody asked me about where I wanted to go there, could you please guide me, how can I go there? I was like, go straight, go right, go left. So
Correct,
this
correct,
kind
correct.
of
That
thing was
happens.
there.
Correct.
Right now, when I am, like, giving guidance to people, I am communicating with various kind of people, freshers or anybody who have just completed their graduation. They ask me so many things, so I try to explain them. Even every
Okay,
time when I connect with people, I always tell them that, yeah, do one thing, always try to communicate with people in English. It will better your communication skills, and you will get a chance to impress interviewer,
correct,
any
correct,
interviewer. So just like that, so they are implementing these things, they get their results, and they are placed. Like, each and every day I get message that, sir, I got placed in this place, I got placed in that place. So yeah, this makes me happy. Like, if you do something good to society, suppose the reason why I am doing this, so the basically I have felt like, when I started my career, nobody was there.
correct,
I
correct,
gave all my dedication, all my hard work to learn things. So people don't have any idea. They need guidance. Just because of this reason, these kids are getting cheated. Frauds are going on with them. Many institutes are asking them to pay 60,000, 50,000 rupees, and they will give them, provide them the placement. So just
okay,
because of this reason, these frauds are going on. So just to stop these frauds and guiding the people in a right way. See, if I guide you, if you get a chance to work in organization just because of me, then I am inspiring you, right?
correct,
So
correct,
just that, for that purpose, if you feel that, yeah, when I needed somebody, I got help, why not I will do the same contribution to the society, to the new kids, to the new joiners, to the
correct,
freshers.
correct,
The chain will go on. Like, they will do the positive, they will spread the positivity everywhere. They will do something to the people. The the main reason, unemployment, it will be resolved in some extent. So
correct.
that is my purpose, that is my aim, that is my goal. Even I
Okay,
got so many questions from many people, like, sir, why are you helping this for free? I said, because I have seen this situation, I have seen the circumstances, I have seen the dark side. So I don't want to say anyone face the same situation what I have faced. And the most important thing is I get like satisfaction that yeah, I am helping people. Like
Correct.
I get the positivity. So that thing I do basically. And that is all about me. If you say I am a married guy for 5 years and hobbies just like that, I'm uh, running a channel in YouTube. So the reason behind is that to teach a broader family, broader
Yes, correct.
people. Yeah, so that I am doing. Apart from this, I used to listen songs and watching movies. These are all my hobbies, and that is all about me,
Okay.
starting from clinical research. And right now I have worked in 3 organizations, currently working in TCS, and handling multiple projects, handling multiple team members, working with so many like people who are from different geographies, and guiding many people, surfing, posting jobs, helping people to achieve their like dreams. So that is all I am doing.
Okay.
And
So,
that is all about.
yeah. So to tell you about me, I had done my M.Pharm. So after
Yeah.
that, here I'm basically from Goa. Okay. So here there
Okay.
is no, not many companies who are into clinical data anything. So
Yes.
absolutely you can say that there are no companies here. It is
No companies.
mostly a manufacturing hub. So I am already into quality assurance department. Like I was
Yes.
in Abbott and then Cipla. Okay. Just recently I've joined Infosys, so as a consultant. So that is mostly in the CSV part of the uh,
Yeah.
quality
System
system.
validation part. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I got.
correct. So then what happened is that there were a lot of juniors in my previous organizations who used to
Yeah.
think that clinical data, clinical trials, actually the clinical trial concept is limited mostly to books. Like we have those
Yes.
phase 1, phase 2, and that is the end of it, because after that we don't get to know anything about it. And then when
Yes.
there are jobs about clinical trial, clinical data, then it is like students don't know what it is. They don't know if
Yes.
they should be doing it. They don't know what is in it. And even though you read, they are not able to get the actual, like the knowledge, like what it
Yes.
is exactly. So then
That is
once
true.
I think I randomly went through your profile, and then I saw that you are helping such a large community. So then it dawned to me that yes, why not? Because see, the more you talk to a person, that is the most convenient way of learning, because you can ask your doubts, and also you
Yes.
can also spread the information to a large community. So
Yes.
that is
That's
why
true.
I thought I'll just list down some questions and will ask, so that at least not 100 and at least one person will benefit and will think whether, okay, this is the career option I want, whether I like or whether I should know more about it. So that was
Yeah.
the whole idea of getting to you today. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have listed some questions. Okay. So
Sure. Sure.
first
Yeah.
is, yeah. So in the clinical field, okay, we have these things like clinical data management, then clinical
Hmm.
trials, then
Hmm.
medical coding, then medical writing. So
Hmm.
what are all these and how they are like divided, or what is the way of getting into these jobs? And do companies directly hire for this role, or is it like a job shift? So that is what I wanted to know first.
Okay. So I will cover up all your question one by one. Okay.
Yes.
First of all, your question, what is clinical field? See, clinical is a broader field. Okay. You should specify it like what is clinical research field.
Okay.
Clinical field and clinical research field. Clinical field can be anything. Clinical field can be clinical, like any kind of forensic part is going on, or anything like related to the clinical research is going on. So I can give you an example about like a clinical research. So what is clinical research? That first we need to know. Clinical research, suppose when people got to know about clinical research on clinical trial, people were not aware about clinical research. When did it happen?
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
because of coronavirus.
Okay.
when we
Was it?
got to when we got to know about the coronavirus, how you got to know that yeah, this covaxin or covishield, these vaccines are useful for us? Just because of clinical trials.
Correct.
Clinical trials are conducted in that time. when people were terrorized by the fact that so many people are dying because of this coronavirus, so many waves are coming, so people were looking for a genuine and like efficient solution. For that purpose, scientists started to working on medicine, like how we can control this pandemic disease or pandemic. So in that scenario, clinical research, they just introduce the part of clinical research to a broader society. All the news channels covering that, yeah, a clinical trial is going on for the vaccination or for prevention of coronavirus.
Correct.
For so from there, a large people got to know, like in India, suppose if we take an example of India, in India previously, like before 2020, only 15 to 20% knew about clinical research. But after the spread of coronavirus, there are 90% people, even from rural areas, they got to know about the clinical trials. Because of the clinical trials, we got to know about the various vaccines that can stop this coronavirus. So clinical trials is, what is clinical trial or clinical research? A process like from drug development to like whether it is safe or efficient for human use and which can prevent any disease, particular disease. So to check that, a clinical process undergoes, like from drug development, first it is taken, like the scientists discover the molecule, discover the medicine. First the medicine is induced in the rodents, like
Okay.
guinea pigs and rats. So to check whether it is toxic or not, if the rats or guinea pigs are not like dying, then it is not toxic. Then we have to check the efficiency. Suppose you are suffering from fever and there is no medicine, scientists are working on a medicine that will stop the fever or that will prevent the fever. So in that reason, they started first experimenting the medicine on rodents, whether it is toxic or not. After that, another phase come where clinical trial phase 1,
Correct.
human subjects are taken. Those who didn't suffer from fever and those who don't have fever but they are healthy, like me and you, they
Correct.
started to check if it is safe or not safe, like the younger people have the good immunity power, right? So
Correct.
just to check their human immunity, they induce the medicine in the healthy volunteers who are known as subjects. After that, they started giving the medicine to the people who are actually suffering from fever, to check if it subsides this condition, like this kind of fever condition or not.
Okay.
So when they got the result that yes, just because of this medicine, the fever disappears. So it is a successful
Correct.
experiment. So to check this the process from rodents to human being who are actually suffering from fever, this whole process is known as clinical trial. So
Okay.
this is the clinical trial. Now we will discuss about how many parts are there in clinical trial. Okay, clinical trial is a broad industry. Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose if Olympic is an event, okay, in Olympic there are so many sports are going on, like wrestling, weightlifting, long jump, long run, short run. Similarly, like that, in clinical research industry, there are some domains, there are some sectors. Like first, clinical research, like clinical monitoring. Second, clinical data management. Third, pharmacovigilance. Fourth, biostatistics, and the data related to the clinical trials are collected in the biostatistics. After that, clinical trial is going on, clinical research coordinator and like various physicians are involved in various sites to collect the data of the patient. They are sending to the particular person. To check the adverse events, pharmacovigilance department are there to check whether the medicine is good or not. So to advocacy, for this advocacy, the manufacturer company hires regulatory affairs who will like give give the evidences that yes, this product is good and beneficial for the humans. This will be safe, so that will be given to the regulatory agency, like governing agency, to represent the regulator, like manufacturing company. Regulatory affairs are there. So you can see there are so many subparts in the clinical research. So these all things covers in the clinical research field. Medical writing, like your protocol writing, how a clinical research will go, how many subjects will be there, how many time, like how long the process will go, like it will go for 1 year, it will go for 1 month, all will be decided in the clinical trial project plan or protocol. Everything will be documented here. So this is how clinical trial process is going. And this is all the domains like clinical data. This all covers the data related to the clinical research. Like it is like divided in compartments. There is a whole train, but it is divided into few compartments.
Okay.
Just like that, the whole train is a clinical research and compartments are the department who are handling each and every activity.
Okay.
Like
So
suppose for
yeah.
drug development team is there to check the data management, the data are accurate and properly collected. Clinical data management team is there to check the drug is safe to use for human purpose. For to check this, pharmacovigilance team is there. So just like that, each and every compartment is doing their duty that is related to clinical trial.
Okay, but now you tell me, see, now like considering that freshers are there, okay, so
Yes,
what are the skill sets that they will require? Because they won't be knowing any of these. What they will be
yes,
knowing is that they will have just that information which was in our books. So how,
yes.
what, like they can directly join and then learn these things, or there is some any prerequisite learning which they should complete prior to joining this?
Let me give you one example first. Suppose I have posted a job in LinkedIn. Okay.
Okay,
You know that like 50 to 60% people first check the criteria. After that, they go for a job role. Let me
yes,
give you an example.
okay,
Guys, like, hello, job seekers. We have opening for clinical research associate. Eligibility criteria, B Farm, BSc in life science. First, people scroll down and check what is the eligibility criteria. Okay, B Farm. Okay, that means I am eligible. After that, I will check the job role. Yes, that is going on. Yeah.
yeah, correct, correct,
So as you can see, first people are looking for their job criteria. Then how you can know that, yeah, we have to gain the skills to get qualified in any job role,
correct, correct, correct,
right?
yeah.
For that, see, no interviewer, as per my experience, what I have seen, no interviewer expects any kind of skills from any fresher. They just want that a fresher should have a basic knowledge about their learning,
Okay,
what they have learned. Suppose I have completed graduation in microbiology, I have completed BSc in microbiology, okay, and I have applied somewhere. For example, I have applied in Accenture. I was called for an interview. My interviewer asked me, tell me about your subject. So if I have recently completed my graduation, what I have learned, I would say that
correct.
I
You
have
would
learned
explain.
about the I have to learn about toxicology in my subjects. I have done projects in that thing. So that kind of questions may arise. Apart from that, it is always good to learn basic thing about it. I always instruct my like students are like who are whom I am mentoring. Whenever they are going for any interview, I always tell them that what is the job role. First, learn about these things.
Correct, correct,
Google, we like when Geo came, Geo made the life easier for all kind of people.
correct, correct,
Internet is accessible to longer, like to broader people.
correct,
Anyone can surf anything. So
correct,
why not you implement or you utilize your internet to learn something that will make sure that, yeah, you will get a chance to work in some organization. So every interviewer expects a minimum basic knowledge about the job role. Like many HRs, suppose if they are hiring a fresher, okay, when any HR communicates with the fresher, if they go through the process, I will tell you later what is the process that is going on, that goes on to hire any fresher. But when any HR communicates with the fresher, they tell the job role that do learn about this before you go for any interview. Why? Because interviewer wanted to check how polished you are, how good knowledge you have, if you are like energetic enough, if you are dedicated enough to work in this organization. That is
okay,
why it is always important to know the basic thing. No need to learn about rocket science, no need to learn about advanced Excel, because anyhow whenever you get the chance and work and get the opportunity to work with any organization, They will teach you, you will get the training for that, but the basic things you need to know. Just because of that, you will get a chance, secure a position to work in any well esteemed organization. Like, what are the basic things you need to know about clinical research? See, even news channels are explaining about the clinical research
Correct.
after the coronavirus, like how Covishield, people got to know about Covishield. So they told everything about the what is clinical research, what are the different phases. So at least you should learn these things only. What are
Correct.
the guidelines that are followed? ICH-GCP, what is ICF, informed consent, why consent is required? These kind of questions interviewer may ask. If I interview people, I usually ask this kind of question. And you know that I have seen some of the people during the interview, like people are taking interviewer, like when a manager is taking interview, they are managing, like it is very crucial for them to manage the time. So when an interviewer is taking interview, please respect their time, because they are engaged with so many works.
Correct. Correct.
They are not here to waste their time and your time. So do respect their time. Candidates should respect their time. So at least prepare for those things that you are already aware of. HR told you about this. You know, Aditi, few days back, like I get some kind of questions, like I post something related to job in LinkedIn. Okay. So I get a message, do you have any job? So what should I respond? Yes, it is in my left pocket. So this kind of questions, I always prefer, I always guide people. I always tell people that whenever you are communicating with any manager or any HR, give your introduction first. It is
Yes.
important.
Correct. Correct.
How they can know that for which profile your like for which role your profile suits. So that is the reason people should work on this. I have seen in my group there are many jewels, like I am grooming personally those people, where I have seen the potential. They are asking, they are taking things from me. So that is their advantage, and I am enjoying that. Yeah, people have the into that they wanted to learn things. Some of the people are asking me about, sir, could you please tell me what are the scope of SAS, statistical analytics system? So I am working on it. I will come up with this in my videos. But yeah, this kind of questions, like, yeah, I'm getting in, like, that impresses me. So just like this, if you follow this kind of approach, anyone can help you,
Correct.
because yes, you guys have the potential. So that is the thing, a fresher should learn the basic thing. You don't need to learn about rocket science or advanced thing. Just learn the basic thing, the job role which is for which you are applying. That is sufficient enough. Do research on company, what are the recent achievement that company, suppose you are going to give interview for Accenture or some of the other companies. I will discuss about what is the
Correct.
about it later. But suppose if you are giving interview in Accenture, so you should learn about what is the recent achievement Accenture got, or what is the rank in clinical research in for this organization. So these are the basic things. These are the advanced things. If you learn about this, you can easily impress the interviewer. So that is the thing a fresher need to know.
Okay. So
Basic
you're
part
saying,
plus
yeah.
something about a basic part or basic knowledge about the clinical trial process, and something about the company, like achievement, who is the current CEO, when it was established. That is enough.
Okay, so basically for freshers, the takeaway is not to apply directly to a job without seeing the job description. Then they should see
Exactly.
the job description first, read through that, and see if they are interested in it. Accordingly, learn it, prepare for the interview, and then answer the interview. Because what happens,
Absolutely.
people what they do, they directly keep posting their like a common resume to hundreds of jobs, and then there are
Yes.
like, no, I'm not getting any call from anyone.
Opportunity, any call from
Yeah,
anyone.
so
So
that
that is
is
the
a
thing.
problem.
Yes.
So they have to also like streamline the resume according to the job description. Like for clinical, if they're interested, then they should be
Yes.
mentioning it as they are interested, because many times
Yes.
what happens, freshers, like they're keen on getting any job, so they just go for like anything that they can get into the first thing. So first thing
Yes.
is that they should be really knowing if they're interested in it, right?
Yes. Yes. You know, Aditi, even in some of the cases, what I have seen, many people, like 4 or 5 people, like last month, approached to me and says, sir, I need a job. Even if you want, I can give you my first month's salary. What I will do with your salary,
that
man? It is
is
your achievement. It is your hard work, what you have achieved.
correct, correct. That is
Just
because
you
we
need
are
to
from the childhood we see that money has got so much
money.
importance in the life,
Exactly.
so that is why
Yes.
people think that with money if they give then maybe they can get. They don't think
Yes.
the right way, that okay, I should learn, I should upskill. That is
Yes.
a problem, that is a
Exactly.
major problem.
So this is the thing I wanted to change. That is why I am like uh, grooming people that money cannot buy anything. Yes,
Correct.
you can get the job, but when you got to know that, yeah, I cannot work here, I am not understanding anything in this process, then what will happen? Everything will be wasted. So just like that, I always tell freshers that do your research. The most important thing I would like to tell you, when you are a fresher, okay, you are, suppose, a fresher, how a fresher spends their time in each and every day, like what is the activity from morning, like after waking up, what you do, and before going to sleep, what you do, the whole activity what you are doing, that I wanted to know. And when I get the results, I can see that they serve internet, they watch movie for 5 to 6 hours, like they spend 6 hours in 9 hour time. They have only 3 hours, they invested 15 minutes in LinkedIn and Naukri. So how they can expect a job, that how this, then why they are saying that, sir, I am not getting a job for past 3 months?
Correct.
How much time you are investing in your job? When a fresher or when a candidate invests more time in learning and in applying a job, we don't need 5 hours, 6 hours, just implement 3 hours or 2 hours in LinkedIn or in researching or in developing your skills. You will definitely get a job within a month. That is, I am guaranteeing that. It is my guarantee that you will get it. Just implement this. When a fresher invests more time in job sites rather than in social media, that means he is doing his best
Really.
and he will achieve the job. That
Yeah,
is the thing.
correct.
People who are listening to me, who are implementing that, they are getting the job.
Okay, okay. So, is there
So
any book like they can refer, or is internet or Google like the
there,
yeah?
yes, there are many materials are available in the group, like in my Telegram group. If suppose if anybody comes to me and asking
Yes.
me about that, sir, I wanted to work in clinical data management, what should I refer? I have some of the materials, I share with them, PDF format, I have some materials. So in Google also, in SlideShare, there are so many presentations available that will help people to learn things in simpler way.
Okay.
In Google, in YouTube, I am posting videos related to pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, clinical data management, what are the interview questions and answers. So if they serve, if suppose if they are watching like web series and they are not preparing for interview questions, that
Hmm.
it is your choice whether you wanted to go with Netflix or you wanted to go with YouTube interview question and answer. After that, you can determine that you will get a job within a month or after 3 months or 4 months, or whenever it is possible. So it is the choice of the fresher.
Okay.
if
So
if
yeah.
they are desperately looking for a job, then if they come across a situation where there is a Netflix in for the
Hmm.
subscription for 5
Hmm.
months and there is a YouTube with multiple materials
Correct.
which can help him achieve any job. So
Correct.
if he gives the priority to the YouTube first, in that time, I it is a total guarantee from me that he will achieve the job, he will get any job within 15 days, not even 30 days, within 15 days.
Okay. That is really nice because there is lot of like confusion in this field. So I think that after this, maybe they will get more clarity about it.
Exactly.
Correct. And this is that. So what are the what is the role of like what the actual the pharmacist or the person who is hired as a fresher, like after B Pharm, BSc, MSc,
Mhm.
what do they
Mhm.
exactly do here?
See, as I have said, that clinical research has different compartment in the
Yeah.
form of data management, pharmacovigilance. So suppose if data management, they got a chance to work in a data management, their role will be first training. if it they are completely new fresher, they have completed their graduation, they joined the company, their role will be training for 1 year. So
Okay.
in that period, first they will undergo the process training,
Okay.
first overall training, general training. What is clinical research, what are the parts of clinical research, what are the various domains in clinical research, these kind of trainings, like general training.
Okay.
This is a part of the corporate, like company training. So they will undergo the general training for 15 days or 20 days. Okay,
Okay.
maximum 20 days. After that, they will undergo, or they will go through the process training. I train people, I am the trainer for three particular part. So I, in process training, they get to know about the particular process for that project, what process is followed. So suppose in clinical data management, a fresher is hired. Their initial, they will learn about everything, but their team lead, their manager will assign work to them. Like for any clinical research, there are many discrepant datas are there. So their seniors will teach them how to identify those datas, how you can raise queries to the site to clarify whether the data is correct or not. So this is a part of discrepancy management. Just like that,